All right. Week 2 in CIT48A. And at this point, we're actually in the RL, in the real world, on day 2 of this semester. And as I try to do, I'm releasing content as I can based on changes I'm doing to the content, my schedule. But I generally have a rule that I hold myself to, which is that I want to have at least 2 weeks for students to work on if their schedules allow. Just because I really encourage, as you may have heard me say, students work ahead whenever possible. And that's why I try to hold myself to a standard as that. Sometimes I may slip, but my goals. It's good to have goals, right? We all have them. And as of this point, I've actually got to hear a good number of you in your welcome video or your intro videos, and man, is that enjoyable for me. And I know it's not always enjoyable for you to record them, but I really think they're helpful, quite honestly. Okay, so here in week 2, this week, I had just finished updating down here in the bottom the last item, which is recording a video presentation. Okay, you're going to take what you did. There's a standalone video just for that, so I don't have to go over it, but just so you know, coming into the week, you will take what you did from the research that you did last week on your overview, right? So we're in the overview of your topic, whatever your selected topic was. And I haven't even seen anybody select topics yet, so I don't know what kind of topics you're looking at. So that'll be fun as well. All right, so this week's discussion. So this week we have a discussion, right? You do your quizzes. You have again the PDF that is the more detailed content for, in this case, application software. That then at the end you take that larger quiz, and then we break this into the individual videos, and then shorter quizzes based on those from again the ACI learning folks. It used to be IT TV Pro, but they changed. So that's not any. And this topic right here is one of those topics that you might think, as a cybersecurity, why do I need to know this? I can learn whatever I need to do. Well, it's true, and definitely part of being a cybersecurity professional or just an IT professional, which is the intended outcome of this course, is that you are introduced to all, at least a broad brush scope of IT topics. And in this case, this is what our users are using, and this is what we're going to use, of course, in various contexts. So you may already come in with some experience here. This could be very true, but the idea is that we at least give you that overview so that, because trust me, there's going to be times, especially if one of the first jobs you have is support, IT support. Very common to need to help users figure out common things on how to do particular things inside of an app, inside of an application. Although these days, right, go to ChatGPT and ask. That totally is something they could do. And if they didn't, as a professional, I would, to have that information available to me so I could be more helpful. Again, this kind of goes to the idea of writing prompts. I won't go there, but I already included in what you've already been to as content at this point is how to write good prompts. So at least an approach, because I think like anything, we get better at it the more we do it. Okay, so this week's discussion, that's where I was heading. This week we have a discussion, we have your quizzes, and then at the end will be the presentation that you create that you share with me directly. I will review it, give you any feedback, and then next week, in week 3, you will share it with everybody in the class. So where we're doing Hackers Roadmap this week, God, notifications are so troublesome, right? I put my phone down, but for some reason, anyway, so this week where we're doing Hackers Roadmap that I'll talk about next, you'll be sharing your link to your presentation and then reviewing other students' presentations. That will be next week. Okay, so I've gone over. Here's what we're doing this week, right? Here's the in topic. But now let's just spend a few minutes, because today I actually spent a little bit of time thinking about this roadmap, because this is from 2023. Is it outdated already? I don't know. I actually did a search. I went out and did some searching, and I still like network chucks. And this is from 2023, and I think it's helpful. I think his content here and the way he covers it, right, is good. And it's not really long, it's 20 minutes, totally worth watching, right? So here's what you're going to do in this discussion, right? Right, so a common question I get, this is very common, I get from students is like, right, how do you either get into IT or specifically cybersecurity? And of course, this program is intended to get you there. And I think this video helps organize to give you practical from people inside the industry, like that will give you that advice. So step one, watch the video. Step two, write your thoughts on what was covered in the video and make sure you take that practice exam at the end, right? And then talk about that in your post. Like talk about, because the idea is not to take it, fail it, and then feel bad. The idea is to help you understand, like, here's a very common thing, right, that you do when you're getting cybersecurity certificates or any kind of certificate, is you have to pass a certain level of test. So this just gives you an idea of some of those tests, and I think those are worth taking and at least getting some experience in, right? So watch it, give your thoughts, right, on it. Make it substantive. Like, in this case, what I'm looking for is substantive writing. If you're just writing one sentence, it's not substantive. And it's not necessarily to say you have to write a huge, 5-paragraph. Although, if you wanted to, you could do that as well. But I really look for substantive. And again, don't use ChatGPT to write it, right? Maybe you write it and draft it and it will help you refine it. But really the idea is we want to hear your thoughts, right? Not Chat's thoughts, because we know, and I suspect we're all doing this, which is you start reading something now and it's like, oh, they didn't write this. Chat did. Now, it is hard. And this is why education folks are so freaked out right now, because how do we tell that you wrote it, right? I think we're all getting a little better at that. But more than anything, I just want you to watch this video, give us your thoughts about it, take the test, give us your thoughts about that, right? And then this is one of those got to do by Wednesday. Again, Wednesday night, when I checked Thursday morning, if I wasn't clear about this on the very first week, when I get up on Thursday morning, right, hopefully by then you've posted them, because that's what I use to count your attendance for that week. And it's a way we really want to encourage students to post early. Now, I know in the quiz, and this is something that came up that I thought I should change, but I haven't. It says, you can't post it if you miss the Wednesday deadline. And I need to update that, because you can post it. I do allow you to do late posting. Just know it's 25% off the total points available. So try not to put yourself in that situation. All right, I think that's it. Have a good week. And again, office hours there. Come see me if you need help. Reach out. Discord, a lot of you have joined. You can still do that. The link is up there. It is good to join. That way, if you're working at a time I'm not, you can ask your classmates questions or just interact with them, which is always a good idea. All right, talk to you soon.